Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the class. Today we will do exercise of chapter 8 motion, as we have already finished the chapter. So, question number 1 says, an athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds? So there is a circular path whose diameter AB is given as 200 meter. So then radius will be diameter by 2, that is 100 by 2. Sorry, 200 by 2, that will be 100 meter. Time given is 40 seconds. Circumference of the circle will give us the total distance covered, that is 2 pi r. Taking pi as 22 by 7, we'll get the value of circumference as 4400 by 7. Now with the circumference, we will calculate the velocity. Velocity is given by 2 pi r by t, which on solving will give us the final velocity as 110 by 7 meter per second. Now they are taking the total time as 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds will be equal to 40 seconds, isn't it? So this is the total time. And then the distance covered will be velocity into time. Velocity we have calculated as 110 by 7 into the time is 140 by 1. Solving it, we'll get the total distance covered as 2200 meter. For the displacement, as you all know, displacement is the shortest path. Now the time taken here is also 140 seconds. So in 40 seconds he completes one round. In 80 seconds he will complete two rounds. And then in 120 seconds he will complete three rounds. Now what is left is 20 seconds. In 20 seconds he will make half a round. So for half a round, the displacement will be the diameter of the circle, that is 200 meter. Clear? For half a round, displacement will be actually equal to diameter AB. Clear? Question number 2 says Joseph jogs from one end A to other end B of a straight 300-meter road in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to point C in another 1 minute. What are the Joseph's average speeds and velocities in jogging from A to B and from A to C? So here is the Joseph. So in the first case, when going from A to B, he covers a distance of 300 meter in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is clear. So here total time will be in seconds, it will be 150 seconds. In the next case, Joseph from point B comes to point C, which is 100 meter, and the time taken is 1 minute. And we have to calculate average speeds and velocities. So average speed when he is moving from A to B is the total distance by total time. Total distance is 300 meter and time we just calculated here, that is 150 seconds. So it is 2 meter per second. Average velocity, as you all know, is the total displacement by total time. So in this case, when the straight line is there, distance and displacement are same. That's why average velocity is also 2 meter per second. Now from A to C, if you see, so from A he went to B and then from B he went to C. So here the total distance will be 300 plus 100 and total time will be 150 plus 60, which on solving will give 400 by 210, which is equal to 1.95 meter per second. But average velocity here will be the total displacement. Total displacement will only be the distance between the initial and the final point. Now if you see here, from A to C. What is the displacement between A to C? It is 200 meter. Okay, and total time is anyways same, because total time was 2 minute 30 second and 1 minute, which was actually 210 seconds. So solving, the average velocity is coming as 0.95 meter per second. Question number 3 says, Abdul, while driving to school, computes the average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour on his return. So he is going to school and he is coming back to school. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul's trip? So here Abdul is going from his, let us say, his house to school. So while going he had a speed of 20 km per hour, and while coming back there was less traffic, so his speed is 30 km per hour. Clear? So for the first case, time, now for both the cases, if you see, distance d is same, isn't it? He is going on the same path, coming back to the same path. So for the first case, when he is going from A to B, total time is, let us say it is TAB. So that will be D total distance by total speed, that is D by 20. Similarly for the second case, the time will be distance by speed, that is D by 30. Clear? Now average speed, you all know, is the total distance by total time. Total distance here is going and coming, so D plus D, and total time is, that was the d by 20 and d by 30. While going it was d by 20 and while coming back it was d by 30. On solving this fraction, we will get the average speed as 24 km per hour. Question number 4 says, a motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3 meter per second square for 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? This is very simple question. Motorboat starts from rest. So initial velocity is 0 meter per second. Acceleration is given as 3 meter per second square. Time is 8 seconds. And you have to find how far they are asking. So how far means you have to find the distance. Using the formula, S is equal to ut plus half at square. Putting the values, we'll get the distance as 96 meter. Question number 5 says, a driver of a car traveling at 52 km per hour applies the brakes and accelerates uniformly in opposite direction. Car stops in 5 seconds. Another driver going at 3 km per hour in another car applies his brakes slowly and stops in 10 seconds. On the same graph paper, plot the speed versus time graph for two cars. Which of the two cars traveled farther after the brakes were applied? So two cars are here. Now the speed of both the cars is given in kilometer per hour and the time is given in seconds. So we will convert the speed in meter per second. So 52 km per hour will be 14.4 meter per second and 3 km per hour will be 0.83 meter per second. They are asking to plot a speed versus time graph. So we will have a speed on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So for the first case, when the distance was 14.4, it stopped in 5 seconds. So 14.4 will be somewhere here, isn't it? Let us say 14.4 is somewhere here. So it stopped in how much time? 5 seconds. For the other car, for car B, when the speed was 0.83, let us say somewhere here. So it stopped in a time of 10 seconds. Now they are asking which of the two cars traveled farther. Farther means for both the cases we have to find the distance. So for case A, distance will be what? Distance will be the area of the triangle, that is half into base into height. So if you see the figure properly, you have the base and height as OR and OP. Anyways, the height and the base is 5 and 14.4. Solving, you will get a distance of 36 meter. Similarly, for the other case, when you will solve, you will get the distance covered is 4.15 meter. So which car traveled farther? The car which covered the more distance, that is car A. Question number 6 says, in figure 8.11 shows the distance time graph of three objects A, B and C. Study the graph and answer the following questions. So here if you see properly, they have given three cases. Which of the three is traveling the fastest? So when slopes are given, when lines are given in graph, like different kind of lines, so how you will tell what is the relation? I have given you a short note here. This very standing kind of line, are you getting me? They are called the steep slopes. So steep slope means that the body is traveling fast, and when this slowly increasing na, so they are called the gentle slopes. Whenever gentle slopes are there, it means the body is moving slowly. So if you see all the figures properly, this is also kind of gentle slope which is covered by A. Even C has a kind of gentle slope. If you see the figure, B has a steep slope in comparison to C and A. So we will say that B among three is traveling fastest. Are all three ever at the same point on the road? Ever at the same point means all three should cross each other. Is there any point in the graph where they are crossing each other? No. So we will say no, all three never meet at the same point on the road. Now, see, its C part is quite technical. Please see it. They are asking how far has C traveled when B passes A. So when B passes A, let us say this was the B and this was A. So when B passes A, this, let us say this was the distance. So where was C that time? See the figure. So when B passes A, this is the point when B passes A. When B passes A, this is the point where is my C. Isn't it? This is your B and this is your A. So when B and A are passing, this point is your C point. If you extend it along the y-axis, you will see that it is matching at point 8. You can see in the book also the figure properly. So 8 is actually 8 kilometer. So this is the final point of C. Initial point of C is at point A, and if you count 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks are there. Okay, so initial point is A and the final point is B. Now you have to find the distance between 8 and A. That is the distance or the position of the C. So on distance axis, if you see properly, 7 small blocks is 4 kilometer. You can see here between 8 and 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks are there. So 7 blocks are making 4 kilometer. So one small block is 4 by 7 kilometer. Now C at the beginning started from fourth block. So what is the distance of the fourth block? Fourth block will be 4 into 4 by 7, that is 16 by 7 kilometer is the starting point. This A is actually 16 by 7. When B passes A, C was at 8 kilometer, and when B passes A, C was at 8. So C covered a total distance of 8 kilometer minus 16 by 7 kilometer, that is 5.71 kilometer. Getting? Now, for this, these are the solution of the home assignment which were given in the last class. They are solved here. You can see they are very simple. Find the initial velocity of a car which is stopped in 10 seconds by applying brakes. Retardation due to brake is itna. Whenever retardation is given, na, that is in negative. So it is minus 2.5 meter per second square. Now you have to find. T is given 10 second, A is taken as minus 2.5, V is 0. So using V equals to U plus AT, U will be 25 meter per second. For question number 2, describe the motion of a body which is accelerating at a constant rate of 10 meter per second square. The body starts from rest. Whenever the body starts from rest, the initial velocity is always 0. So A is 10 meter per second square, U is 0. Time is given as 2 seconds. You have to find V. So V will be calculated as 20 meter per second. Then you have to find the motion using the formula v square minus u square equals to 2a. So you'll get the value of s as 20 meter. Question number 3. A car starts from rest and accelerates at this. So the solution is given to you using the basic formulas. You can solve it. Most of you have already submitted the answers and they have done it correctly. All the ones who have not done, please do them. So that was all for today, and one graph was there now where they are talking about A, B and C. So that has a D part. I want the answer of D. Do it yourself. So this was all for today. Tomorrow we will do the remaining questions of the exercise and you will get one more home assignment. Thank you. Have a nice day.